Hey guys, Susie here. Thanks for tuning in. So today I'm doing a quick demo and review for you guys. In my Sephora Play box, I received the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation, and the shade that I got was 117 or Y225. So I'm not sure what those two number differences mean, but I was super excited to try this out. And I do have to confess, guys, I have used this before filming this video because I was so excited. I literally could not contain myself about trying it, and I promised you guys a review and demo of it, but I was just so excited I couldn't help myself. So I did use it before, but I did still want to film my video and show you guys what it, how it went on, what it looked like. And I actually had planned on doing a filming later on tonight and show you guys how it held up and everything throughout the day, but I always have this tendency to get really super tired and I just totally forget about it. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna try to remember to take pictures throughout the day and show you guys how it held up, and then leave a I don't know, a note or something at the end and let you guys know how it held up and my opinion of it at the very end. But for this portion of this video, we're just going to apply it, and I'm going to show you guys how it applies, what it looks like. So I've just gotten out of the shower, I've got my shirt on and everything, haven't done my hair, and I'm going to go ahead and just moisturize my face really quick first. And I'm using a Skin Reviving Fresh Gel because I've been having a lot of breakouts lately, and I'm not sure if it's from the facial moisturizer I'm using or not, but this stuff moisturizes and hydrates my face and it feels super good and super light. And this is the Herborian Korean Skin Therapy Bamboo Creme Frappe. I received this also in my Sephora Play box, and I've really been liking it a lot. It's just very nice, lightweight, feels really good on my skin. So I just applied a little bit of that. And before I get a wipe and just kind of wipe my hands off, I am going to apply some facial primer, and this is the Master Prime Maybelline Master Prime by Face Studio Primer, and this is the Blur and Illuminate one, number 200. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of that all over my face because I feel like, one, I'm having a little bit of some breakouts going on, and I want to give my skin a really good base, you know, when I go ahead and apply my foundation, so that it's a little more smooth, a little more poreless, you know, just so we can give it a really good opportunity to work really well. And also I'm probably gonna be in and out of my house, maybe going some different places today, so I want to have my makeup kind of lasting, looking good throughout the day. So that's what I'm gonna do for that part. I'm just gonna take a wipe really quick and just wipe off my hands because they feel a little bit greasy and just oily and stuff from applying the facial moisturizer, and then that primer has a little bit of a stickiness to it, so I wanted to wipe my hands off. So I'm going to use my beauty blender to apply the foundation, and some people, you know, are beauty blender fans, some people are brush fans, so it's whatever you want to use. I personally like using beauty blenders. This is not the original beauty blender. It's actually a beauty blender I got from Walmart, and I absolutely love it. And just really quickly, I wanted to show you guys the little pamphlet that came with it in my Sephora Play box. And this is a Best of Beauty Allure Award winner in 2015. Ultra lightweight texture, ultra flawless skin. It comes in 40 different shades, so yeah, really big deal there. I personally have not seen another foundation that came in 40 different shades, so that's a lot of shades. Just gives you a little bit of information about it there, and then on the back, those are all the different shades that you can pick this up in. So if your shade is not in here, girl, I don't know, because there's a whole lot of shades. And I love how this sample has a little pump action nozzle there. It makes it so much easier to apply. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this throughout my face. And also another reason why I tried this before I did this video was to make sure this was even my shade, because yeah, I'm kind of weird. I have a weird skin tone. It's kind of yellowy but pale at the same time. Weird. But it actually matched really well. I think maybe, just maybe a shade darker, but for the most part, I think this is a pretty close match. So Sephora got it right. So I'm just applying this throughout my face. Sometimes I do a little bit dabbing. Sometimes I just kind of wipe a little bit, but I try to dab it in mostly because I find that that's the best way to apply using a beauty blender. And I'm just gonna apply. And I know this lighting isn't like the best lighting, so hopefully you guys can see very well what I'm doing, but I apologize if it's not a perfect lighting or anything. So, and it's also supposed to be a buildable coverage, which I like because sometimes I have acne, especially if it's that time of the month. So as far as like dark circles go under my eyes, it did pretty well at covering them. And I do like that quite a lot. It doesn't seem like it settles into pores very much. Like it seems like it does a nice job of kind of staying on top and just kind of fixing any kind of flaws you might have. I am adding just a little bit more here in my cheek area because there was a little bit of some, like, I don't know, redness, a little slight bit of acne there going on, so I want to try to cover that up. And I'm going to add just a little more on this side as well. I find that really helps kind of even that area out. So you can definitely add more or less, or however much you need for that particular area if you've got any discoloration or flaws. And applying a little to my neck as well. And just lastly, I'm going to just use a little bit more here on my forehead area. And with this one, since it is quite a good coverage, it's probably about medium to full coverage, you don't need as much, so you don't end up using as much product. In fact, I've had this sample and I think it's maybe about halfway through, and I've used it a total of probably 3 times, and still enough in there for at least probably 2 more uses. So definitely don't need a lot, which is very nice. The price of this foundation is $43 at Sephora, so it is a little bit more on the high-end side, and some people may think that that is a little bit pricey, but I'll tell you guys what, if it's very important to you, like some people it's very important to have very good quality eyeshadows, some people it's foundation, some people it's concealer. For me, foundation is a really big deal. I like to have a good quality foundation, so if it works really well, I don't mind spending that money. I just want to know that it works really well, and that's my go-to. So for me, it would be worth it to get this for that price, just because I do like the way that it looks. I like the way that it goes on my skin. So this is the results after applying pretty much just a couple extra, you know, amount here on the cheeks and just a little bit more on my forehead area. But for the most part, it really did a nice job of covering, kind of creating a nice, even skin tone and texture on my face, which I really like. And just to kind of show you guys not really a full face, but just a full foundation review, I'm going to go ahead and apply my concealer and some powder so that you guys can see kind of the finished product. So for my concealer, I'm applying the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. This is a sample size, and I don't remember, I think I got this in Ipsy. So I'm just going to apply a little there, and I don't really have any other serious flaws right now, so I'm just going to kind of go on my under eye area. And this is a great concealer to use. It's very, very potent, good coverage, and it doesn't crease, which is really nice. So there's my concealer. And I'm going to keep it fairly simple. I'm just going to go do my facial powder now, and I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Face Powder. My shade is Creamy Natural. I'm just going to apply that using a fluffy brush. And I'm really happy with this coverage. It doesn't look cakey. It feels very, very lightweight. I literally don't even feel like I'm wearing foundation, which is nice. Tells me this would probably be a good foundation for the summertime. And it also makes me feel like it'd be good for someone that does have oily skin, just because it doesn't seem like it would really be very heavy feeling or clog the pores, which I absolutely hate. So that's after applying some facial powder. So overall, I am very, very happy with the look of this foundation. I like the way it goes on. I like the lightweight feel of it. I love how it has so many different shades, because I think that's really important, especially for someone like me, because I always have trouble finding my shade. And in case you guys want to know where I stand on the shade spectrum, this is actually the shade here on the far end. So you can see I'm kind of more in the light to medium range. Maybe I would need to possibly go with 235 here, but for the most part I think it looks pretty even and it looks pretty good. So that's kind of my demo of it for you guys. Like I said, I'm going to wear this throughout the day. I'll try to remember to take some pictures throughout the day, and then tonight I'm actually just going to take a picture and leave you guys a little note letting you guys know how it held up and what I thought about it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in my next video. By the way, comment if you have tried this foundation before and what you think about it, or are you even a fan of Makeup Forever, and would you spend $43 on this foundation if you like the way it worked? I'm just curious to know. Catch you guys later. Have a great one, guys. Bye, guys.